you. Welcome to the Christian View. We're talking about shopping, Shop-A-Holics. Take a look at these three gals on this picture. I'm probably the blonde that you see there. They're having a great time out there in those stores, aren't they? They're burning it up. But Cameron, you know, the pleasure of buying doesn't always offset the pain of the debt that follows, does it?
No, it doesn't, because you're dealing with being happy for a moment, but then reality sets in. You know, when you take a look at, in America, credit card debt is about a little bit more than $15,000 per person.
Oh my gosh.
Right? And people don't even make $15,000 a year.
That's
and
right.
So when you think about what it really looks like, it doesn't work. And you're dealing with maybe about $129,000 in total debt. People don't make that a year. Right now we're fighting for the $15 an hour and all these kind of things. People have to work 2 or 3 jobs.
Right.
And it really affects Americans, because you have now 1 out of 4 Americans that totally just struggle out of, paying the debt for Christmas.
Oh, I know. Oh, that's a big thing right there.
You have to take measures against being a shopaholic if that's your deal. And I read different things like, have the envelope system. You bring like $100 in, and that's all I'm taking to the mall today, and I can't spend over that. Or, if your husband says, don't you buy anything today, bring a friend with you and say, today's our looking day. I can't buy anything. Remind me, I can't buy anything. But take measures. We have to be proactive if
Very
it's
much.
a problem for us.
You do, because you're dealing with a society that we live on what we call an accrual system. Everything's about debt, how to manage debt. They reward you for managing debt, and so people think when their credit score is good, that it's a good thing. No, all they're saying to you is that you pay your debts continually and you'll always have them. So we need to understand what that means.
You have nothing paid off.
I want to go on record and just make sure that all my friends and families that are watching understand that I am not a shopaholic. I really am just trying to help the economy.
You can
make sure the economy gets better.
Right.
But seriously, when we talk about the pain of it all, we really have to look at what are the underlying causes. Why are people doing this? Sometimes, it's to deal with depression. Sometimes it's to deal with anxiety. Many times when people have a loss of a loved one or just a loss in their life, they resort to these things that turn into habits, and they can become very damaging, as you stated, where they accrue all of these debts and expenses, and now, instead of their situation getting better, it's becoming
just
actually
multiplied.
worse.
It multiplies.
Like Dawn said, the money, if you take money in a store and not the credit card, you don't buy near as much.
Yeah, that's very true. And the rise in the cost of living, I think, has outpaced people's incomes at this point. And so you don't realize it. And
well, they keep raising the limits on those credit cards.
Yeah, that's right. We need to do some plastic
Excuse
surgery.
me, can you raise my limit just maybe 2,000 or 3,000?
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
We had to do some plastic surgery at my house and cut it up.
That's right.
So that's exactly what we all need to do.
I read a book a couple years ago called 7 by Jen Hatmaker, and the subtitle was A Mutiny Against Excess. And we here in America are very excessive. We might have 5 red dresses in our closet, and it says, go through your closet. What have you not worn? Trudy, our wardrobe consultant, has said, go through, purge. If you haven't worn it in a long, long, long time, you're not going to wear it.
That's right.
And give it to someone that will wear it. But we just are bad about accumulating and not even realizing, oh, I didn't realize I already had a pair of, leopard shoes or whatever.
The fight against debt, or part of succeeding against it, is simplification. You have to simplify. You have to learn how to be happy with less. And it's not about being less than, it's just really not having what you don't really need.
I have to be happy wearing the same thing twice.
Happy wearing the same thing twice, And the thing about it is that most of the times we end up getting the same thing anyway because we look good in it.
Yeah,
so the bottom line is that you might as well just get the good that you have.
Full of black.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
He says no black on
honey,
TCV.
baby, we don't even have to go to the stores anymore.
That's right.
We don't even
Online
have to get out of
shopping.
bed.
Yeah, now I do
My gosh,
like.
just bring me the laptop. I'm going to shop.
I do like online shopping too, because when it
makes it
comes,
worse.
Yeah,
when
they
it,
gonna bring it to my door.
yeah, when the gift comes,
Just
you feel
put
like
in
you're
that credit
giving a
card
gift to
number,
your
PayPal, credit card. It's there.
It makes it too easy. It
makes
really
it too
does.
And now they're talking about bringing it to your doorstep, right?
Yeah.
With a drone. So, I mean, they make it easier and easier for you just to get more and more in debt, and it just is not working for America.
I had a friend whose mother passed away, and they went to her house, and she had one room full of things that she had ordered off QVC. She had never even opened some of the boxes.
goodness.
That's how bad her addiction was, and they just had to go through all those things. She
And
just
open the
kept buying and buying and buying. Never wore them, never gave them away. A room.
And Dawn, I saw that actually quite a few instances of that as I was researching as well. But I want to just kind of say, I don't really think that, we're condoning shopping, but I think that we need to make sure that we help people understand that if you're going to be shopping, number one, make sure you have the means to shop.
Right.
Don't put yourself in harm's way. Make sure you're financially able. Make sure you've taken care of all the things that God told us to take care of first, being good stewards over God's money and good stewards of God's house, and making sure we've done those things, helping our brothers and sisters, rather than just being wasteful, like you were saying, and people having all these items, just extras. And one young lady in the video, she hadn't even opened the items. They were just sitting there, buying them.
And the money has a purpose, and like you just stated, there's so many other things that we're supposed to be doing with that money. It is God's money, because if He owns us, He owns our money.
That's right.
And so it's His money, so we have to make sure that we steward it correctly. And I think it goes back to what you said earlier too. You have to separate the funds in order for you to not even be condemned when you use it. Because there's a place for shopping. There's a place for you attaining it and having. Even Ecclesiastes talks about you having, enjoying the fruit of your labor. So that's all good, but in the moderation that God sets.
Well, I think that's what the financial peace system, advocates, is that you have the envelope system, you allocate each month. I've even had friends that said, different members of the family have 1 month a year or 2 months a year that's their month to shop for clothes.
But you're putting actual cash in these envelopes.
Yes. And
But
we've
you got to
done
look
that.
in America, we're getting away from a cashless system.
It's a
It's
cashless,
not going to
right.
be long. We're going to
That's
have a
right.
hard time obtaining cash.
Well, that's part of what we as Christians have to make other Christians understand. Because when you tell people, no, you got to be careful of the chip card, you got to be careful of these kind of things, they think that it's a conspiracy kind of theory. But the reality is that we're told this in Scripture, and we have to, we have to take heed.
Everything in moderation. A just weight and balance belong to the Lord, and we can't be out of balance in our shopping if our funds don't, match
They don't
up.
match.
So.
Whether it's shopping for food or shopping for clothes, you
Anything.
can get out of
Anything.
balance in
Spending
any
money.
area.
Yeah.
Anything
Shopping
where
for-
we
debt is
spend
debt.
money. Debt is
debt.
But
That is one of the main reasons for divorce.
Yes.
And so
That's right.
if you're
Money issues.
shopping out of control and it leads to that, you're in trouble.
That's right. Hey, stay with us, because when we get back, we're going to talk about overcoming compulsive spending.
We're preaching to ourselves, aren't we?